So why don't we kick it off with my favorite mix, carbon load. What's new this year? Let's just cover a little bit on what's changed with that, so everybody's up to speed.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously this mix has changed, but not very much. I mean, we've pretty much kept it the same since before we started the company. So we've tried to keep it pretty true to our roots. We again, one of the things that we're very, very proud of is to continue to keep our ratios within the mix. What we believe is the absolute best for the majority of our growers, which is making sure you get the most bang for your buck with it being 55% grains. And then, of course, having a good portion of that, 10% of the mix in brassicas, and then having the remainder be in legumes. We do have a little bit of buckwheat that's broadleaf, and we do also offer have chicory in there. But I mentioned that because we feel that really sets us apart. I mean, it's way more economical to be like, well, we're going to have this 70, 80, 90% grains. But as I always say, I'm not going to sell anything that I'm not going to use on my farm. So to me, I would rather have, our ratio, and you could just bump up the seed rate a little bit if you have a high deer density like I do on my farm. So I might drill, instead of at 45 pounds the acre, 55 pounds, right? If you're broadcasting, maybe you're at 55 to 60 pounds, right? But that's really where it comes in. You could also, if you have a really high deer density, we could do a bulk order of just plain rye grain or something if you wanted to add that afterwards, or if you go to a local co-op or something like that, you can do that. Just be cognizant of the source in which you're getting it. Make sure it's claimed and certified. That's something I really like. Guys will say, I got this cheap XYZ bin run. Well, bin run can often mean it's coming straight from a combine to a bag or to a bulk bin or something like that, which means if that combine went through a field of mare's tail or anything that you don't want in there, it could still be in there, right? So just something to think about when you're doing that. But we really are proud of that in our mix. Some of the new things for this mix is the bulk ordering options.